Alright guys, let's look at this, see if we can do this YouTube video thing here where I can voice over it. Not a bad week. We improved on a lot of stuff. We had a good week except for the referee making a huge blunder on not making sure all the officials are ready. This play here, we just maybe letting these guys get just a little too far up. I didn't see this happen the whole game, so maybe we got this cleaned up early here, but that's in this case it looks like they are a little too far up. This is an example of how we improved from last week. Deeps are in a much better position at the goal line than some of the long ones last week, so good job guys getting better on that. We do need to work on making sure we're in the right places reverse mechanics wise on kickoffs and punts and things like that. This would be one example. There's a few in this film, but right here you can see we're too close. If he gets by here, we're beat, and we don't really have anybody coming up here to get the spot. So a little too close there. We'd rather have that mobile box down a little bit and letting the flank there to get the spot. This is a good example of goal line mechanics here. We go down to the goal line here, and then after he's tackled, we hustle back up and get the spot right there. Alright, this is the play where the guy gets picked up. We can see it better on this tight angle. I don't really see what we could have done a whole lot to stop this from happening, and I don't really see anything that makes me think we should have thrown a flag. Guy's going to get hit here by two different players and kind of lifted off the ground. Didn't see anything malicious enough to cause a penalty there, in my opinion. Right here we're going to have a long run for a touchdown, and right here I think we'll have a hold that we miss. He's going to be restricted, and right there the point of attack. And then at the end of this one small thing, we don't have to square in at the goal line here. It would look better if we kept our eyes back here on these players. We definitely don't have to be looking down the goal line when we call a touchdown. You can just turn toward the players there. Nothing happened, but something could have happened, so it'd be better if we had some eyes on it. This is another kickoff where we don't have the mobile box. This box should be moved down. We should just take both referees and both officials and move them down the field a little bit so we have this boxed in better. That's one area that I would say should be our biggest thing that we work on improving over the next couple weeks. Something we talked a lot about last week that we improved a bunch on, the close goal line situation here. Both flanks are crashing in, so good job guys improving on that. Alright, this is a holding call that Ernest gets. You can see here that the defender, the offensive guard, the offensive player's feet are beat. He's restricted him. You see the pull of the jersey, and it's right here at the point of attack. It's this player right here. So Ernest gets it. It's a good call. At the end of this, we had a couple of times where we don't give them the right spot. We give them where they bounce to. This guy hits on the 35, and well, you won't see it in this video, but we come up here and spot him at the 37, but he hits down at the 35. can see him on the ground there at the 35. So we got to do better about getting our spots correct. There's another example of that later in this group of clips here. This is one I wanted us to talk about. I'm not sure I know exactly how we should do it. Georgia High School in a couple camps has talked about it. Head linesman, when you don't have a lot of any deep receivers, but you do have a short one. How far should you go down? Should you just stay at the line? So that was just something I want to talk about. Certainly, I don't know that we have a clear directive on that, but we can talk about that. Maybe y'all have been told things that I was told in one of the clinics that if there's only a short receiver to stay here, only a yard or two from the sideline. In this particular case, we make a good call on the ball being incomplete as it's out. But had he called it and ran up the sideline, we would have been in a tough spot. So I just wanted us to talk about that, see what we thought. This one I feel like I should have gotten this guy here coming in. He's going to come in and hit him with his helmet. I don't know if I was screened and didn't see that, but certainly should have seen it and didn't get that. No reason for this player to come in and get him there, man. Got to protect my quarterbacks a little better than that. This is a punt, and we're not going to be able to see the deeps, but we don't really have anybody coming in to get this spot. The other thing is I've been watching some film from other areas of the state, and they're not on the field, even though the manual says to be on the field. So I'm going to look for some guidance from higher up to see where they're wanting us to be on punts. But we definitely, you can see on this one, we're not doing what we're supposed to on reverse mechanics on this punt return here. You can see it. We can see it better on this film. See, we're beat for sure here, and this is the deep spot. So our mobile box is definitely not where it needs to be in this case right here. So we got to work on doing better and letting the deeps get the spots on punts, and the flanks getting out and being the deep judges in reverse mechanics on that play. Another example of something we talked about last week that we did better on. You'll see here as Irvin comes up, he's going to be stopping the clock as he's getting to the spot. So exactly what we want there. Good job. This is our big fourth down play that we had. Every official that I've shown this to has agreed that we got it right. You could make the case that he gave up the yardage on his own, but he's contacted there at 15, and Antonio was in great position for the crossfield mechanics, so I don't think anybody could argue too much that we got that correct. Forward progress, definitely something we can talk about, though, it is tricky for sure. All right, this is the play where I don't let Bobby get set. Huge mistake on my part. That I hope to never do again, but if I do it again and you notice, just blow your whistle and kill the play. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Bobby, I wouldn't have minded if you blew it right now, even though he's back here, because we can't be in this position. Totally my fault, but if I do it again and somebody sees it, just blow it dead. And we'll play it. We'll just start over. This is an example of really good reverse mechanics. We have an interception. Antonio is going to turn and burn and go the other way and become the deep judge, and Bobby's going to come up and get the spot. So this is exactly how it's supposed to look. We didn't have much of a return, but had we had one, we would have been in good position to cover it. All Alright, this is going to be the fumble for the touchdown. Antonio is going to go back to the goal line just like he's supposed to. Be in great position to call this right here. I'm going to come in and mess it up with this half-hearted touchdown call, but Antonio got his part correct and we were able to make a good call. Alright, good block in the back call. I hope everybody saw that right there. Irvin got that. You can see that number 21 is beat to the inside. The only thing he can do is block in the back, and definitely was at the point of attack. And good call. Good call here again on this. We got the receiver. It's a bad angle for us, but Irvin's in the perfect spot to see that he's past the line of scrimmage. And these guys, this guy might not be too far down because he's within 2 yards, but this guy are definitely too far down. This is the DPI call we had, and we really can't see from this angle, but you can tell that neither player is playing the ball, and Bobby's in perfect position to call it, so no reason to think that we weren't correct on that one. And this last one is just another example that we got to do a little bit better job on making sure we get the right spots. You can see that this guy is going to be tackled here coming up. He's going to be tackled on like the 40, so he's down there. That's the 47, but we're going to give him all the way out to the 45. So the next play we snapped it from the 45, so we've got to do a little bit better job on that. Alright guys, I appreciate it, and I hope this helps. I hope y'all have a good week in the rain without